I have one idea that I really want to talk about right now. I'm sure it could lead into other ideas, but this year, I feel like this is one of the big takeaways, one of the big things that I'm going to be keeping with me as I move forward. And that is, it's very beneficial to start looking at what you want and what you do as the same thing. And I think a good example of that, just as an analogy, would be, oh, I wanted to go to the party, but I was just too embarrassed that, or I was afraid that, I might not know anybody and it would be embarrassing, so I stayed home. I think that in that situation, it would be beneficial to re-communicate it as, I did not want to go to the party because I was too embarrassed or afraid of embarrassment or whatever it is. It's not, I wanted this, but I was afraid. It's, I didn't want it. The fear that made me do the thing that I did, the reality of the situation, what did you actually do? That is what you wanted. And basically what that's going to do is rehash your relationship with your own fear. It's the same reason that I've been sort of saying fear less, saying I was afraid to do that. I've been saying that less. More, I've been saying I'm a coward. Kind of hits a little bit harder. To think of yourself as a coward as opposed to this great person who was just afraid that one time. I think that it forces you to be realistic about who you are and what is driving your decision making, what is leading you to do the things you do. I think that being realistic about how much fear plays a role in your life is going to help you come to terms with it and then maybe change. If you want to have better relationships with other people, have a better relationship with yourself, go out and do the things that you want to do, accomplish the things you want to accomplish, speak your mind, be confident enough to express your anger or sadness instead of bottling it all up. Fear is the thing that's in your way. There's very few people in Western society whose external problems are worse than their internal problems. I mean, that might not be true. There's lots of people with very big external problems. Those are very real. I know a lot of people who think their external problems are bigger than they are because they're refusing to deal with internal problems. And overusage of fear, allowing fear to play too big of a role in your life, is very much at the root of most of those internal problems. And yeah, if you start to look at what you do as being what you wanted, you take a free throw in basketball, you miss, you wanted to miss it. That might seem strange at first, but then it might force you to go, I didn't practice as much as I should have. I didn't focus as much as I should have. The night before, I didn't get to bed. I could have been more focused by getting more sleep. It forces you to be realistic with what's happening in your life. It puts you in the driver's seat, which is a little bit scary at first, to be like, I'm the one making these decisions for myself. I'm letting fear rule me. I'm not going to blame the outside world. I'm not going to scapegoat the outside world. I'm going to take accountability for the fact that I am in control of my life. I move my arms, I move my mouth, I do everything I do. Fear is not an external thing that comes down and attacks your brain. External things have caused the fear, but the fear is you. It's not you in fear. It is you are a coward. It is not, I wanted this, but I did this instead because of the fear. It's like, no, I let fear being my guiding light and it motivated my actions. Being afraid is what I wanted to do. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully it is useful. Hopefully that illustrates, I think it's a good summary of everything I've learned so far. If you want to change your life, you have to be honest about what your life is, and it's yours. You get to do what you want to do. You get to control it. Certainly, there's a lot of risks. The world is a big, scary place. So some fear is good. Some fear will keep you from doing dangerously reckless things. But if you hide from fear and alienate yourself from your fear instead of owning it and understanding that it's yours, you're not going to have a good sense of what is good fear and what is bad fear. And so you're just going to believe all the fear and be locked down and anxious and depressed, or else you're going to believe none of the fear, and then you're going to do silly things without thinking it through, and that's not good either. You need some fear, but own your fear. Understand that your actions are a representation of what you want. So get out a piece of paper. What did you do today? Did you scroll on social media for 4 hours? If you did, it's because you wanted that. That's what you want out of life. You want to be somebody who scrolls on social media all day instead of writing your book, instead of following your dream, instead of spending time with friends. You don't want any of that. You don't want to follow your passion. You don't want to have better relationships. You don't want any of that. You wanted to be there scrolling on your phone. It's what you wanted. You can change what you want, but until you acknowledge that that is what you wanted, you're not going to be able to change. I think that's why people struggle with motivation and direction and cultivating passion, is just because it's really easy to lie to yourself until you start owning your actions, understanding that's you. If you I wanted to get to bed earlier, but I ended up staying up late. No, you wanted to stay up late. You did. It's what you did. Well, why else would you have done it? Like, did somebody hold a gun to your head and force you to stay up late and now you're groggy this morning? No, it's what you wanted. Maybe not in your conscious mind, but something in your subconscious mind, or the spot that holds fear and trauma, something in your brain overrode everything. It was the override. You get what I mean? It became the predominant force guiding you. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up late. Oh man, I know I shouldn't eat this fast food, but it's just too good. No, you want to eat it. Own that. Own your actions. Own who you are. Own what you do and be honest with what you do. I didn't get any work done this week, but this and that. It's like, no, you wanted to not get any work done. Or, oh, I worked way too much this week. I should have rested, but it's just so hard when, no, you wanted to overwork yourself. What you do is what you want. That's hard to swallow at first, but I sort of swallowed that pill, and now it's really nice because I can just have honest conversations with myself. You know what, Shane? You're kind of a piece of crap this week. Let's do better next week. Let's want something different next week. Or, you know what? I had a great week. And I take responsibility for this great week that I had because it's what I wanted to do and I made it happen. Hopefully that makes sense. I had no plan going into this, but yeah, this is my main thought going into 2023. And yeah, I'm going to travel more. I've been communicating more openly and honestly. I've got a lot of improvements to make. I think I just finding balance is still hard for me. Balance between work and rest. solitude and relationships, health and indulgence, like finding the right balance of that. That's hard for anybody, and you don't just find it and then have it. It's something that's a process, but this has made it a lot easier for me. So I hope that you can take it, consider this idea. If you like it, give it a try and see if it helps you going into the new year. If you don't like it, tell me why it's a stupid idea, because I'd also love to hear that. I am very much in a continuous process myself, and I like it. I like hearing why people think my idea is dumb. I'll either explain my idea in more detail based on what you say, or else maybe I'll go, I didn't consider that. Maybe you can help me grow by leaving a cool comment. But anyways, I hope you have a great year. A great year is made out of great days. So think about that every single day. Do what you want what you do. It's all the same. Take responsibility for who you are and the life you live. It'll be painful at first, but it'll help you in the long run. Love you all, and I'll see you soon, next year. Okay, bye. On the screen right now, you see a group of people who made this video possible. Thank you to my Tier 3 supporters, Barbara A., Joe S., Patrick T., Scotty M., Haley C., Aaron C., Mike K., and Graham G., as well as my Tier 2 supporter. If you would like to help me make more videos like this, different variety, things that don't always, rake in the views and the viral stuff, but they're still really cool, and I love making them, consider going to the link in the video description and checking out the Hoser Gang. You can get a bunch of exclusive content, unreleased music, access to the book that I'm writing. It's like a beta. You can see the book as I write it in a Google Doc. Very cool. And a whole bunch of other cool stuff. There's a free level. Tier 1 is free. So either way, if you like my content, go check it out and have an amazing 2023. Or whatever year it is when you're watching this. Okay, love y'all. Bye.